Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the City of Garfield City Council meeting for Monday, October the 23rd, 2023. We could all rise. We're going to have our invocation and pledge of allegiance. God our Father, we thank you for having called us together that we may humbly serve you in this meeting. Send your Spirit upon us and remain present among us to lead us in the conversation and discussions that we will have. Bless our words, our thoughts with holiness, that we may be fitting instruments of your grace. We ask this, so we ask all good things to Christ our Lord.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. Could I have a roll call, please?
Ms. Collier.
Here.
Mr. Donahue.
Here.
Mr. Seifert.
Here.
Mr. Johnson.
Present.
Ms. Thompson. Here. Mr. Kelly.
Here.
Mr. Vaughn.
Here. Can I have approval of the last council meeting minutes, please?
Mr. President,
Yes, Council.
I would like to ask that we amend prior to approving the regular council meeting minutes from Wednesday, October 11th, 2023. The amendment should come in on page 3, prior to the sentence where it says President Vaughn will now go on to the reports of the mayor and staff. Prior to that should be inserted President Vaughn stating that this resolution passes 7-0.
Okay, on said motion, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Do I have any nays? That passes. Thank you.
Mr. President,
Yes, Councilman.
I would like to approve the regular council meeting minutes for Wednesday, October 11th, 2023 as amended, please.
On the councilman's motion, all those in favor, say yay.
Yay.
Any nays? That passes. Thank you. Will we have any committee reports this evening? Nothing coming out of committee? Okay. Do we have any letters to council? Nothing from the schools or anything, guys? Okay, thank you very much.
Mr. President,
Yes, sir.
I'd like to make a motion to move resolution 26, 2023 right now.
Mayor, is that all right?
Are you making a motion to place it on the agenda at this moment?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I don't know.
All right. On councilman's motion, all those in favor, say yay.
Yay.
So be. We will now go on to resolution number 26, 2023. I never got a copy.
Yes. Read it in its entirety.
Resolution number 26, 2023, sponsored by Councilman Charles Donahue, co-sponsored by Mayor Matthew Burke, Councilman Johnson, Kelly, Councilwoman Collier, and Thompson. A resolution on behalf of the mayor and council honoring Ward 7 Councilman Vaughn for his 14 years of outstanding and dedicated service to the city of Garfield Heights. Whereas Tom Vaughn was born in Garfield Heights and grew up on South Highland with his parents, Charles and Noreen Vaughn, and two sisters, Mary Ellen and Mary Kate. And whereas he attended St. Therese Catholic School on Granger Road and is a proud alum of Holy Name School, class of 1975. Whereas Tom attended the University of Cincinnati College of Mortuary Sciences, but decided to make a career change and attend the College of Romeo and joined the seminary. Whereas Tom met his beloved wife Barbara, a graduate of Garfield Heights High School, while working together at Wendy's on Turning Road. The two married on October 29, 1983 at St. Therese Church and are proudly celebrating their 40th wedding anniversary this year. Whereas Tom and Barbara raised their children, Brian, who is 35, Michael, 32, and Ian, 24. He is a proud grandfather of 3 granddaughters, Julia Grace, 7, Bailey Guerin, 7, and Nora Kathleen, who is 2. Whereas he was elected to the Garfield Heights City Council as a Ward 7 representative on November 9, 2009, and he has served on the council for the last 14 years, including several terms as council president. Whereas Tom was active in several community programs throughout St. Monica's Parish, including Holy Name Society, 250 Club, Tri-M, St. Monica Carnival as administrative council, parish council, and served as an usher. Tom was also a member of the Knights of Columbus Council, number 4130, and was a 4th degree Knight. He is a member of the Garfield Heights Democratic Club. Whereas Tom loves serving the residents of Garfield Heights by answering their phone calls, investigating complaints, solving problems, and working with other council members and the city administration to provide services and always maintain a positive attitude. Whereas Tom will be retiring after his term ends and is looking forward to the beginning of a new adventure residing in Seven Hills. Now, therefore, be resolved by the Council of the City of Garfield Heights, Ohio, that Section 1, the mayor and council, on behalf of the residents of the City of Garfield Heights, join to honor and thank Thomas Bond for his outstanding and dedicated services to the City of Garfield Heights. Section 2, this resolution shall be in full force and effect from and after the earliest period allowed by law.
I'd like to make a motion to suspend 3 reading rule. I did.
You handle it.
Guy has, okay. Guy have council, yay or nay? I mean, nay, yay, if you agree with me. On the suspension of the 3 reading rule.
All those in favor say
Yay. Any opposed? On the adoption.
all those in favor.
No,
You want a roll call?
Do a roll call, starting with me.
Mr. Donahue,
Yes.
Mr. Seifert,
Yes.
Mr. Johnson,
Yes.
Ms. Thompson,
Yes.
Mr. Kelly.
This is on the adoption.
Yes.
Before I vote, I just want to say, I am rejoicing in the fact that I don't have to hear how wonderful Ward 7 is from this man when we know that Ward 6 is the best. With that, I say yes.
Okay, and Ms. Colley.
Yes.
And Mr. Vaughn.
I will abstain.
Okay, that's
That passed with 6 yes votes and 1 abstain.
Very good. Before we go on, I just want to say thank you to everybody. That was very nice. I can tell that that got cleaned up since my son Michael wrote this. So I appreciate it. And I have some remarks I'd like to share at the end of the meeting. I will be taking Cliff's time, Avery's time, and for the next 6 weeks. So, all right, guys, is that all right? Tim, can I do that? No?
5 minutes.
5 minutes, all right.
That's 2 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I have one more thing.
Uh-oh.
I want to give you a watch. Watch. A pretty one. I want to watch for you. Because you deserve this. Where's the picture?
Let me suck it in here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Immediately following the council meeting, there will be a reception upstairs in room 118.
Oh, Joe Lamonte's office?
Yeah.
Please, everyone.
Yes. Please, if everybody would attend that, it'd be appreciated.
I just want to point out tonight, my wife is here with us. Thank you for coming, Barb, and my son Ian, I don't know where he went.
We
So.
went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you for coming. And everybody from Ward 7 that showed up tonight. Thank you for coming. Oh, yeah, all the Ward 7 people, would raise your hand, please? Wow, we really got a crowd tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Barry. Thank you, Barry. Jen, you have to continue this, all right? Very sad. I'll pay you later, Barry.
Barry, let me kindly remind you.
Oh, here we go.
I just want to get this in before he goes and leaves me. But he's a son of off of South Highland out of Ward 4. Yes, Ward in the city. Thank you very kindly, everybody.
When I was growing up, it was Ward 3, but that's okay. Let's go. Let's go on with the meeting. Thank you. All right. We'll now go on to the reports of the mayor and his directors. And I want to thank all the directors for showing up tonight. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. President. Just a short report tonight. I want to talk about on October 26th, there's going to be a trunk or treat at the high school from 4:30 to, I believe, 5:30 or 6. I will be there handing out candy. I may be in a costume. You may recognize me, you may not. I have a little thing special, something planned for that. And no, I am not dressing up as council president Tom Long. I just want to also make a comment that we do have the 2023 holiday lighting ceremony happening on November 19th. I invite all the residents to come out and check out the lights that we have currently in the city and the ones that we have invested in the last year or so. I also want to talk about the holiday lighting contest. Last year, I spent about 4 hours driving around the city, taking some nice pictures of some nice lights and displays that everybody had in their homes. I am completely excited about doing it again this year. I hope to spend 5 hours driving around this year. It may take 2 days because I learned that after midnight, everybody shuts them off. So it's going to be probably 2 days, but I'm going to tell you, we turned out last year. And I know Mr. Lakota had the best one, but if you take him out of the list, I mean, he was way overboard. We had a lot of nice lights throughout the entire city, and I was proud of it. I was proud of that. I also want to invite everybody to the town hall meeting that I'm putting together on November 2nd. This is a series of meetings that I'm going to start in the fall and in the winter time to keep residents informed on what's going on in the city. I mean, I know that not everybody hits the website, not everybody gets to read the newsletters that come out, but at least if we provide an additional meeting, you'll get updated on every ward that there is. And unlike, Ward 7 being the best and Ward 6 being the best, in all fairness, Garfield Heights is the best. It doesn't matter to me. We are the best in Northeast Ohio. I just want to also say thank you for all the people that came and attended the Fall Family Fun Day. We had to have, and I'm not kidding, over 1,000 people come through this building with their children, it was good to see the fun on everybody's faces. I actually had a tattoo on my forehead, which took me a long time to get off of my forehead. And had I known that, I was gonna have to scrub with sandpaper. I probably wouldn't have done it. But I do want to thank our sponsors, which were NOPEC, Minutemen Ohio Comp, Marshall Equipment, Peter J. Limited, Boyas Properties, OHM Advisors, Fabrici, Royal Landscaping, the Fidelli Group, Kimball Construction, Kimball, Trash Waste Management, Kimball Waste, JTL Construction, A&H Trucking, Jennings, Express Clean Car Wash, Ace Hardware, the Neighborhood News, and there's so many of them that we probably don't have on here. Also want to say thank you to the Stellar Acrobatic Dancers, the Canon Irish Dancers, the Olumans, and the African Drum Circle, which is huge. They're a big hit every year, as are the Pacific Paradise Hula Dancers. We are going to do this again next year, and I got to tell you that it's just, I see it building every year, and I hope next year we outgrow this building and we have to move it somewhere else. But I really thank the support from the residents for that, for coming out and doing that. We also had PC for People there. This is a program that we've invited, we're asked by the county to have them come in and help with. The PCs for People helps low-income families and people that are less fortunate to be able to get connected to the internet, to get PCs. And as we all know, in today's day and age, you have to have that digital capability in order to find jobs and do some of the things that we probably now take for granted that we do every day. I want to get into tonight's legislation. Ordinance number 92, 2023 is an emergency ordinance and directing the mayor to really just get into a contract with Cintas. This is who handles our uniform companies and our uniforms for the city. We rent our uniforms. And so we're just asking for support of that. Resolution 24, 2023 is to go out and apply or get on the program for the Small Government Fire Department Services Revolving Loan Program. This allows us to buy some of this equipment at 0% interest, which is like spending cash, but you don't have to spend the cash up front. You can take a loan out and pay it back. And I think that's smart finances. Resolution number 25, 2023 is appointing Joseph Maimon to the Land Reutilization Committee program. And he'll be, I believe he's already on it, but he's just renewing it as of December 31st, right? No, it takes it to December 31st, 2026. Okay, yeah, he's on planning, so yeah, he'll be on this land reutilization program. That helps us to be able to get rid of some of these empty lots and be able to manage those. And then resolution number 26, 2023, which we just did, was honoring Councilman Ward 7 and current Council President Tom Vaughn for his 14 years of service. Mr. President, Tom, I got to tell you, I know there's going to come the time that you're going to be sitting there this winter, probably in February, and it's going to be snowing like crazy. And you know, you and I, we've been through a lot together working on this council. We've represented the city, and I have to say, I remember those times we were standing at the polls freezing. I remember the times that we would sit next to one another during the meeting, and Tom would lean over and say something, and I was so serious when I first became a councilman. He'd just reach over and say something, have me in stitches. I'm trying not to laugh in front of everybody. He'd do it purposely. But then as we got to know one another, because you don't sit next to somebody that long without getting to know one another. And we got to know one another. It was fun. And then he became council president. And I think I watched his head go from here to here. And then this talk about Ward 7 being the most beautiful ward, he never dared say that when I was a Ward 6 councilman. with. I kind of stave that off all the time. But I know that when you leave this, you're gonna be sitting there and you're gonna wonder, I wonder what if. I know you're gonna sit there and you're gonna say, God, I miss it. And I know you're gonna fight the urge to come back in the building, wander the halls, and let us know exactly what you think. And I know that you're gonna call up and you're gonna tell me how to do my job. And I will tell you, Mr. President, I will always listen to any constructive criticism. I will always listen to any advice you can give, and I will always try to do what I can, take that and process it and do what I can. But what I won't do is when you tell me where to go, I'm not gonna go where you tell me where to go. In all seriousness, it's been an honor and a pleasure to serve with you on council and as a mayor to a president of city council. It has been my pleasure to serve with you, and I want to say thank you on behalf of the residents of Garfield Heights. Thank you for all of your service over these 14 years. And I really, really mean that. You have become a really good friend, and I wish you the best in the future. And I know where you're going, and all I can say is God bless Mayor Clover, because I understand you'll be seeing him.
Yeah, Mayor Cologne and I are gonna sit in the backyard and we're gonna watch that snow fall and say, it's not our problem.
Yeah, they'll be the first to call in, how come you're not plowing the streets? But I get it, and I wish you the best luck.
Thank you. I promise I will not be around.
And with that, you have my report.
I promise. I'm not gonna be that councilman. Thank you. Okay, let's go on to the Chief of Staff.
Mr. President,
Yes.
I'd like to wish you a happy retirement and say congratulations for all your years of service.
Thank you. Thank you.
I wish you the absolute best.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I've enjoyed working with you. Mr. Riley, no report?
Well, maybe I'll mix it up a little bit.
Oh, here we go.
No, Tom, I just want to say, we've worked a lot of years here together, and congratulations on your retirement and your new home, and good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. You know, I remember a few months back when Tracy Mahoney passed away, and I looked down this table, it was only you and I that served with her. You know, it's hard to believe what's gone on these past 14 years. But thank you. It's always been, we might have had our differences, but we always walked away gentlemen, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Mr. Saigon.
Where do I begin? I'll keep this short, real short. Leaf trucks are out, break your leaves to the tree lawn, not in the street. We'll be around to pick them up. Just be patient, it does take time. Encourage everybody to check out our website. We've been adding a lot of stuff to the website, a lot of information. There's a lot of information out there. I encourage everybody to take a look. And I also would like to wish Tom good luck. Might be seeing you at times too on Broadview Road, you never know,
In
so.
the neighborhood.
Yep.
Stop over.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Good luck.
Thank you. Building department.
Yes, I just want to thank you for, I have only known you for a little bit here, and you've been very welcoming to me. And from the building department, building commissioner Morrow also would like to say happy retirement and good luck.
Thank you. And good luck to you guys. Chief, my favorite chief.
The only one that's here.
My favorite.
No, I'd like to congratulate you on your retirement.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And your father-in-law, will help you get through all this.
My father-in-law.
Or your son's father-in-law. That gets you through all this.
There's an inside joke there, folks. Never really.
No, congratulations. Good
Thank
luck,
you. Thank you. Jim Sickles.
Very brief update, all of the water main and road project. We're down to just a couple of streets that need completed. So all those will start getting wrapped up here end of the year. Any street that's under construction will be done by the end of this year. So we're getting very close to all of that. Most noticeable from here is 98th and Midwest. Those two streets we expect to be done by the end of this year. The other streets besides those will probably be done in the next month or so. And all that's weather dependent, of course, but we'll start seeing the end of a lot of projects very soon. And with that, I want to congratulate you on your retirement and just say thanks for all you've done.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Mr. Burke.
Council President, I just want to wish you the best. Congratulations. We worked together for a few years between myself and the service department, now in the senior center and the rec center. And thank you for everything and good luck. And my sympathies to your wife now that you're going to be home.
Amen, sir.
Congrats.
I do believe our friend Dan is going to be keeping me busy. So, and thanks, Paul, for everything that you've done and helped out with so many projects. And give my best to your family and, of course, your daughters. Thank you. Okay, I guess we got everybody. I didn't miss anybody. I did well. Okay. We'll now go on to ordinances and resolutions for tonight. Do we have any
comments by citizens?
Yeah, comments by citizens on tonight's agenda. Do we have any for tonight? Yeah, can you read?
Comments shall be strictly limited to brief statements not to exceed 5 minutes, with comments limited to legislation on the current English agenda. No citizen shall speak more than once.
Miss Lottie Overby.
I have found my place to speak. So I found another agenda. I just want to thank you for being you. Thank you. I worked immediately, with you. You're the best boss. I'm not a fussy boss. Anytime I wanted to get off, I do a lot of traveling home to Georgia. You always told me to go. And family is important to you. And as I read the resolution, I know that's very important to you. So I appreciate that, and I thank you.
I appreciate it.
And also, Valley Ranch, I have a few residents here, and I want to let you know we did get your log cabin home approved.
Did you hear that, Bart? They approved our log cabin in Red Valley Ranch.
Oh, that sounds nice.
My mom has been trying to move to Valley Ranch, but we don't allow log cabins. And so, does that mean you're staying?
No, I'm sorry, that ship has sailed, but thank you. Lottie was the best hire I could have brought to the city. And I know there was a lot of controversy at the time, but she brought many talents, and we're greatly appreciative of that, and I appreciate all of you. All right. We'll now start with ordinance number 92, 2023.
Ordinance number 92, 2023, sponsored by Mayor Matthew Burke, co-sponsored by all of council. An emergency ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor or his designee to enter into an agreement with Centus for the purpose of renting uniforms and facility service products.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Donahue.
I'd like to make a motion to consider by title.
All those in favor of the councilman's motion for consideration by title, say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed?
Mr. President,
Yes, Councilman.
I'd like to suspend the 3 reading rule.
On the councilman's motion for suspension of requiring 3 readings, all those in favor say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed?
Okay. Mr. President,
Yes, Councilman.
I'd like to make a motion waiver of Rule 24.
On the councilman's motion for waiver of Rule 24, all those in favor say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed? I will now call for a roll call on the adoption, beginning with Mr. Donahue.
Mr. Donahue?
Yes.
Mr. Cyphers?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Vaughn?
Yes,
Ms. Collier?
Yes.
that passes 7-0. Thank you. We'll now move on to resolution number 24, 2023.
Resolution number 24, 2023, sponsored by Mayor Matthew Burke, co-sponsored by all of council. An emergency resolution authorizing and directing the mayor or his designee to apply for the Ohio Department of Commerce's Division of State Fire Marshal 2024 Small Government Fire Department Service Revolving Loan Program.
Mr. President,
Yes, Councilwoman.
I would like to make a motion to consider by title.
All those in favor of the councilwoman's motion for consideration by title, say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed?
Mr. President,
Yes, Councilman.
I would like to make a motion to suspend the 3 reading rule.
All those in favor of the councilwoman's motion for suspending requiring 3 readings, say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed?
Mr. President,
Yes,
I
Councilman.
would like to make a motion to waiver Rule 24.
On the councilwoman's motion for waiver of Rule 24, all those in favor say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed? I will now call for a roll call on the adoption, beginning with Councilman Thompson.
Yes.
Ms. Thompson,
Yes.
Mr. Kelly,
Yes.
Mr. Vaughn,
Yes.
Ms. Collier,
Yes.
Mr. Donahue,
Yes.
Mr. Syther,
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
That passes 7-0. We'll now move on to Resolution 25, 2023.
Resolution 25, 2023, sponsored by Mayor Matthew Burke, co-sponsored by all of council. An emergency resolution appointing Joseph Mamone to the Garfield Heights Land Reutilization Program, commencing immediately and ending December 31st, 2026.
Mr. President,
Yes, Councilman.
I make a motion, consider Resolution 25, 2023 by title.
All those in favor of the councilman's motion for consideration by title, say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed?
Mr. President,
Yes, Councilman.
make a motion, suspension of 3 reading rule.
On the councilman's motion for suspension requiring 3 readings, all those in favor say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed?
Mr. President,
Yes, Councilman.
make a motion, waiver of Rule 24.
On the councilman's motion for waiver of Rule 24, all those in favor say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed? I will now call for a roll call on adoption, beginning with Councilman Kelly.
Mr. Kelly,
Before I vote, I want to congratulate Joe for just for the work that you're doing. You live in my ward, and whenever I see you, you know what's going on around the city, and or in particularly the ward. And so I know that everything's gonna be done well. When you catch me here, down here, you let me know what's going on the street. You are, it's not just you, but it's you we're talking about right now. You're just very insightful about what is going on. You got an attention for detail, and I appreciate that, and the committee will appreciate that as well. So with that, I vote yes.
Mr. Vaughn,
Before I vote, I've worked with Joe on planning for the past 8 years at least, and he's always been a pleasure, very precise on what we need to look at, ask the right questions, and I think he will be a great asset to this committee, and with that, I vote yes.
Ms. Collier,
Before I vote, I just want to say, as one of the wards with one of the largest amount of land in the land revitalization program, I look forward to you working and you all being able to transition this land into something positive in the city of Garfield Heights. So with that, I vote yes.
Mr. Donahue,
Before I vote, real quick, I'm just looking forward to working with you to get rid of some of this land, and I vote yes.
Mr. Syther,
Before I vote, Joe, congratulations to you. I think you're going to be a great asset on this committee. And with that, I vote yes.
Mr. Johnson,
Joe, again, thank you for your service to the city of Garfield Heights, and we're all looking forward to working with you. And with that, I say yes.
Ms. Thompson,
Joe, I just want to congratulate you, and I can't wait to work with you, and I vote yes.
That passes 7-0. That takes care of all our ordinances and resolutions for this evening. At this time, we will now move on to comments by citizens. Can we read the rules?
comments shall be restricted to any problem a resident has which had previously been submitted to his or her council person or to the city hall department directly involved. If submission of a problem to a city hall department or council person is made and there is a lack of service rendered, in this regard, the problem may then be presented during comments by citizens at a future meeting. It is the intention of this rule that no request of a first nature is presented on the floor at this time. Comments shall be limited to 5 minutes. No citizen shall be heard more than once.
We had no one sign up for tonight, so that's good, I guess. We'll now move on to miscellaneous business, beginning with Ward 1 Councilwoman.
I apologize for that. Very briefly, just want to remind everybody that Garfield Heights City Schools is having their fall trunk or treat event Thursday evening at the high school. A reminder to everyone that the city of Garfield Heights in Ward 1 are having a trunk or treat. The annual Ward 1 trunk or treat is now the city of Garfield Heights trunk or treat. And it will be at Holy Spirit Church Saturday from 12:45 to 3 o'clock. And after the trunk or treat at 3, I'm asking all of you to go over to the rec center for the Halloween skate, which is $5 to skate, correct? $5 to skate. So just make it a full day of it. Come grab some candy from the trunk or treat and then roll out over to the rec center and allow your young people to ice skate. It'll be a full day. They'll be tired. With that concludes my report. Oops, wait a minute. If you ride down 131st, the grant money that Holy Spirit Church got to revitalize and make community space in front of the church is just about done. All the bricks have been laid. You ride down, you look at it, you see it. It is now an open space for community use. So 131st is making changes, and Ward 1, the first ward. That concludes my report.
Okay, real quick. As usual. Councilwoman Collier forgot to say. She said Saturday, but it's the 28th. Some people need, I do, I'm like that. Thanks for coming out. There's a lot of people here, really appreciate it. And thanks for watching. Those of you who are watching. We're gonna have 4 nice days. Enjoy them. Have a good time. Now, 2 weeks. It's a very important election. There's issues on there that need to be voted on. I'm not going to tell you which way to do it. Read about them. See what you want to do. We got school board members. We have council members that are being voted on, and judges. Thank you very much. I was going to throw it in there. Judges and the tri-state. So with that, thanks again for coming out. Have a good night.
Thank you, Mr. Donahue. Mr. Sainer.
Yes, thank you. First thing I wanted to talk about was Fall Fest and the turnout. I know the mayor touched on that. I wanted to thank the members of council, Lottie, who donated to the games and prizes that we had there on Saturday. Ended up, I had on the one box of prizes that I bought, we had 96 individual stuffed animals, and we gave away 90 of those 96. So 90 different kids played that game that day, which was huge turnout, I thought. And they were all very appreciative of the prizes. They loved the big prizes at the end. So I thank all of you for donating for that and, putting some things towards that. Second of all, I want to just read briefly. I got a postcard in the mail today from Robert Burge, who we gave the resolution to last council meeting. It just states, "Dear Mayor Burke and members of council, I want to thank you in a very special way for presenting me with the beautiful resolution, which is now placed in my living room in a pronounced place. Also, I had to fight back the tears when each of you spoke so glowingly, praising my efforts and all that the flowers mean to the residents of our city. I have always liked living in Garfield Heights, and now I feel like I am a special part of our community. Receiving the resolution was one of the highlights of my 12 years of living here. I pray that God will bless you abundantly for all that you do for us. With your prayers, Robert Burge. And then lastly, I just wanted to put out there that I wanted to thank my fellow colleagues, members of the mayor's office, and the directors who over the last few months have shown their support for me, have continued to support me. I won't name any names. Those of you know who you are, and I truly appreciate that. And it goes a long way for myself and my family, so thank you. And with that, you have my report.
Thank you. Mr. Johnson.
First of all, let me say thank you again for everyone for coming out to the council meeting tonight. It shows you your city at work and your tax dollars at work as well. It's very important. Again, there are many things that my colleagues have announced tonight that we need to pay attention to. And so with that note in mind, I ask that you participate wholeheartedly in the things that's coming up for the city, especially our trunk or treat, Ward 1, as well as all the other announcements that were made tonight. One of the things I would like to say tonight before President Bond leaves us. I came to council in April of 2021, and he greeted me with open arms. He's been a pleasure to talk to as we discuss many issues concerning our city. He has represented the city of Garfield Heights with the highest distinction. And I want to say thank him again personally, that he's more like a friend than he is a colleague when discussing these issues with me. And we've had 100 telephone conversations between us about council and the city. And so I take great pride in seeing him retire. I wish him the very best. Again, a perfect gentleman until we begin to start talking about the Irish and Notre Dame playing against Ohio State. Me and Tom decided that we would start this issue about who has the best ward in the city. I will say I initiated that because I believe that Ward 4 just happens to be the best ward in the city. But at the same time, Tom showed us how it's done over in Ward 7 with his monthly meetings. And I really paid attention to him and took everything I could from his Ward 7 meetings when I would host the Ward 4 community meetings. So again, Tom, thank you again for treating me so kindly and for setting a standard and setting an example as to how it should be done. Thank you again.
Thank you for your kind words. Ms. Kant.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out, and thank you to those who are watching. I just want to give a big thank you to our mayor and our city workers for a wonderful family fall fun day. It was just a great time. I mean, there was just so much to do and see. I just hope we have more people coming out next year. It's a lot of fun. So just thank you. Thank you to our city. Thank you. I just have some reminders. October 25th, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. There's the drive-through produce distribution at Marymount Hospital. You're going to enter off of 126th Street, and you'll just follow the signs and cones, and just make sure you bring a photo ID. On November 1st, which was brought up, the leaf pickup starts. If you have any, if you need any information, up-to-date information and ward pickups when it's going to be time in your ward, you can call 475-3887. And also, one more thing, if you like to recycle, there is a pumpkin composting collection, and that is October 30th through November 5th. And that is at the Garfield Heights Solid Waste District Headquarters at 4750 East 131st Street. And it just says toss your pumpkins into the special 20-yard collection container, and they will be transported to a compost facility. It just says, make sure you remove all the candles, decorations, stickers. And
Cryptic notes.
oh. And the completion of East 98th Street repair is November.
Yes.
Okay. And I would just like to say, Tom, it's been a pleasure working with you. And I thank you for guiding me. And I just want to just thank you for the service you've done for our city for 14 years. And thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
And I just wish you all the luck in your new adventure.
Thank you very much. Mr. Kelly, wait a minute, did we all bring a lunch?
No, we're just gonna eat these, we're gonna divide these cupcakes up. Anyway, good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out, again. And, I don't have much other than, number one, let me say this. We got word that the Neighbors on Duty program that we started here in Garfield Heights, that the program was such a success that it's moved to Maple. And so they're trying to start and implement that. And the success of that is because of you, the residents. I don't have to go how it started again. You've heard that spiel already. But the fact is, if a neighbor, and let me just give her the credit that she deserves, but we don't talk about her that much at all. Debbie Ballacino is the one who, I keep saying a resident, but let me give her the credit that she deserves. Debbie Ballacino had said, hey, look, maybe take a look at this and what Solon is doing. And I said, you know what, that's a good idea. So I went to Solon, talked to the police chief and all of that, and you know the story. But if it had to been for someone also trying to help figure out how to implement some type of safe practice, some type of program in the city, helping me do that, it was a resident who kind of pushed me in a certain direction, and it took off with the Neighbors on Duty program. So I want to thank you for your thought. I know you don't like your name being out there, but since I see you, I want to give you the credit you deserve. So it started, and so now it's taking off. The rest of the residents that have joined the program, I think we're up to about 300 or so residents who signed on here in Garfield Heights, and it's helping our police department, look at some target areas of what's happening on certain streets and stuff like that, and and with the safety equipment that they've been able to purchase with grants and everything, it's community and our safety services working together. That's how we turn everything around, doing it together. Maple was now working on doing the same thing. So I will probably be visiting them just to see, where they are and where we can, help and guide, whatever, we'll do that. But again, we have you, the residents, to thank for that. So that's that. We, again, as already been mentioned, by the time we come back here for this next meeting, we will have not a new council. The majority of us will be here, but there'll be, there'll be possibly some new faces here. I know one for sure, Ward 7. Thank God. But anyway, we're just moving right along. But no, Tom, we love you. We gotta jab at you. Otherwise, but it wouldn't be right.
It's tough being number 2.
But at any rate, we're looking forward to keeping the train moving and keeping the city moving forward. Our motto is let's make Garfield go and grow, and we're doing that. So other than that, that's really about it. I yield the rest of my time to the president.
Oh, I'll give you 5 seconds.
5 seconds?
You got
5 seconds.
You got 1 minute.
All right. I'd like to talk about something that wasn't brought up tonight, and that's Halloween, which will be on Tuesday, October 31st. We still will be having Halloween in Garfield Heights. will be celebrated between 6 and 8 p.m. We ask the residents that want to participate, please make sure you put on your porch light. And for the seniors, by all means, if you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. We'll have extra police out on the streets, the auxiliary participate, there's always a lot of cars out. Let's hope for a nice, good evening for all. Block watch for Ward 7, which has been going on now for 16 years. Okay, and will be on Thursday, the 26th at 7 p.m. in the basement of St. Benedict School on the campus of St. Monica's. Please come and join us. I want to thank the Block Watch people that are here tonight. Barry, Patty, Bill, and Gail. Without them, Mrs. Dunning, and a lot of the others, I would have been able to pull this off over the years. With Lottie, you know, many a night, especially during the pandemic, Gail and I would be on the phone. Well, do we do this? Do we not do this? But it was always a great group of people, and I appreciate all that you did. Well, it's time. You know, us Irish, we have a saying, we never say goodbye. But until we meet again. And I won't be hanging out in City Hall. I'm not that type of person. But if somebody calls me and asks for an opinion or need help on something, I'll be more than glad to give it. One of the things that really went on here the past 14 years is the art of conversation and talking. We sat down, we talked things out, might not always agree, but we walked away as gentlemen. We walked away respecting one another. Of course, in the first few years, we had no money, so there was nothing to argue over with. You know, and it took a lot of guts and resilience and fortitude to keep things going. I can remember arguing with Vic, can't we just do this? Sure, Tom, where do I get $100,000? Lay off a fireman? Sorry. Lay off a policeman? Ooh. And, you know, but the conversation was had. We turned things around quickly. Matt came along, he joined us on that adventure. It's been a struggle over the past few years, but we did it. And things were really starting to pick up. And then that darn pandemic came. It was like taking 4 or 5 steps back again. But we made it through that. It wasn't easy. But what made this so job enjoyable was the people I worked with. On council, administrators, mayors. I worked with 2 of the best mayors we could have ever had. Blova and, oh, that's right, you're here. And Burke. You know, Matt and I've had some blown out fights and arguments. But that's how things get done. And that's how government works. Okay? You know, a lot of people criticize because we've worked well with Governor DeWine and some others. And that's what it's going to take to run this country again, is stepping across the lines and working together. And how do you think that $1.3 million came into the police department? We worked together. And that's what has to continue. Chief Stroh, excellent man. Questions and concerns? I hope you get what you're asking for. And you know what I'm talking about. You know, I was all in favor, you know. We got great people in our service department, in our police department, in our building department, and building takes a lot of heat, folks. It's probably the most thankless job. But there's one group of guys and women, it's the service department. And when all the cuts came down, you guys took it to work, Mark, and you know that. But you guys kept going. And finally, through the years, we bought new equipment. I saw that street sweeper out today, all brushes down. That was great. That was great. New sewer jet. Police department, new cars, new equipment, drones, fire department. How many engines we waiting for right now, Chief? Just one? How many squads? 2. It's unbelievable. It takes 2 to 3 years to get this equipment, but we've laid the groundwork to get them. And that's what's being done. Am I gonna miss this? My wife says, no, I'm not, but you know what, I am. Let me talk about my family for 1 minute. They made this job easy on me because they supported what I was doing. Sure, there was birthday parties and football games and basketball games and baseball games I didn't make because I had some other commitment. But now's my time to enjoy my grandchildren, enjoy my family, move on, and start a new chapter in our life. But you're all welcome to stop over in Seven Hills. The move will take place on the 14th. I'm going to miss you, but till we meet again. Oh, yes. I've got a cryptic note. Some happy birthday to a Mr. Johnson. Didn't you have one last week? Cliff, remind me, didn't he just have one?
Something happened.
I know, something, right? And then I believe that there's a reception upstairs in Joe Lamoffa's office, room 118, correct? At this time, call for a motion.
Mr. President,
Yes, Councilman.
I'd like to make a motion, we adjourn your last council meeting.
At this time, I have a motion for adjournment. All those in favor say yay.
Yay.
Do I have any nays? Meeting adjourned. Thank you guys, everybody. God bless.
Nice meeting. What's your name? Bill? Bill. Yeah, it is.
It's a village, right?
Start. Over here, I live by.
That's it.
And